Order, as I say in this place. First of all, good evening all. It's my privilege to welcome all band members, family, friends and invited guests of Dunloy Accordion Band to Parliament Buildings this evening in this band's 69th year. I'm delighted to have sponsored this event and worked alongside Stephen Ennis, the band secretary and assembly staff to help organise this evening. At this stage, I would also like to thank the assembly events and catering teams who have facilitated this event and liaised with Stephen and the band to take this evening they wanted. Formed in 1956, the band has gone from strength to strength and is known and respected not just locally but internationally as a highly skilled and award-winning marching band. It's wonderful to see the band's multi-generational appeal with a tremendous sense of community and family at its core. From the London Lord Mayor's Parade to the Belfast Tattoo, Dunloy's musical skill and marching prowess are second to none. As a member of Dunloy Accordion Band, the accordion is an instrument very close to my heart. It's hard to beat the sound of an accordion band, although some might say I'm biased. Since its pinnacle in the 80s, the accordion band scene has been on the decline, but I'm delighted with the recent resurgence of membership of our accordion bands across the country and the growing appetite to engage in our cultural traditions and music making through our many marching bands. I hope that this resurgence continues and that the Dunloy Accordion Band continues to go from strength to strength as it makes preparation to mark 70 years on the road. I congratulate you all on your commitment, dedication and hard work, and I look forward to enjoying the music of the Dunloy Accordion Band for many years to come and wish you all a wonderful evening here tonight. Okay, thank you very much. I'll hand you over to Jerry for the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the current chairperson of the band, it is my pleasure to welcome you all here as friends of Dunloy Accordion Band to the launch of our 70th anniversary year here in the Great Hall of Parliament Buildings, and at the kind invitation of fellow bandsman, Mr. Harry Harvey, MLA. This milestone offers us the opportunity not only to reflect on our proud history, but also to celebrate the music, tradition and service that have defined our band for 7 decades. I would like to begin by passing on the apologies of His Majesty's Lord Lieutenant for County Antrim, Mr. David McCorkle, who is unable to attend this evening but sends his best wishes for the year ahead. We as a band also gratefully acknowledge the presence of our local unions, politicians, councillors and local branch members, and thank them for their continued support throughout the year. Being a steadfast supporter of the Loyal Orders and their cherished traditions, the band welcomes senior officers of the Orange Order and the Royal Black Institution here tonight, and have been asked to pass on the apologies and best wishes of the Governor of the Apprentice Boys of Derry. And of course, we are delighted to have our close friends from the Dunloy Loyal Orders and Derry Carn RBP 78 in attendance tonight. I am also pleased to welcome representatives of both Dunloy and St James's Presbyterian churches, both of which have been regular supporters of the band in the provision of their facilities at very short notice and usually at no cost. Also, we cannot fail to recognise the representation of the Ulster Scots Agency with us tonight, who have been crucial in funding our tuition programmes over the past number of years. Many of you here tonight in this historic place are past members of Dunloy, and we are absolutely delighted that you can be here with us tonight. However, I want to draw special attention to 3 past members in particular: Mr. David John Adams, Mr. Thomas Gerald and Mr. Thomas Simpson, because these are not merely past members, they are founding members of the band that are still with us today. These 3 gentlemen were all present at a special meeting held on the 8th of October 1956, where the band was formed, and all 3 expressed their wishes to learn the accordion Mr. Adams and Mr. Gerald even took up positions on the original committee of the band, and to this day they have remained avid and loyal supporters. Tonight we are delighted that Mr. David John Adams and his wife Maureen have been able to join us, and we welcome them as our guests of honour. Since our founding in 1956, Dunloy Accordion Band, through dedication and musical excellence, has earned recognition across County Antrim and throughout Northern Ireland. Representing our community with distinction at parades, competitions and civic occasions. During this time, the band has seen many changes, faced challenges and also celebrated success, including trips to the Scottish 12th with Calder Crux Illinois in the 1960s, the introduction of ladies to the band in 1982, the adaptation in musical repertoire from four-part harmony to military-style muses in 1984 with the introduction of the Villager March. In the same year saw the introduction of the band's first military-style uniforms, saying goodbye to the Balmoral hats with the red check, and introducing the peak caps, which we still wear the same design of today. The mid-90s also saw the band win at both the British and All-Ireland Accordion Championships. However, the 80s, 90s and early 2000s saw troubling times within Dunloy Village for both the loyal orders and the band. However, rather than being disheartened, the band strove for further success. And in 2005, the band attended the Lord Mayor's Show in London for the first time. 2006, the band celebrated its 50th anniversary, and this stands out as a turning point for the band for me. Following the 50th anniversary parade, the local papers had the heading Best Ever Parade in Ballymoney, and our parade has now developed into a focal point in the marching band calendar. The last 20 years has seen the band achieve some of its greatest achievements yet, and also witnessed its reach to audiences develop from what you could describe as relatively local to global thanks to social media. Some of these major successes include the launch of 2 CDs, 50 Years on Parade and The Sound of Dunloy Accordion Band, the success of Dunloy Accordion Orchestra, returning to the Lord Mayor's Show in London in 2007 and then for the band's 60th anniversary in 2016, performing in arenas to thousands of spectators at the Belfast and Glasgow Tattoos alongside international acts and bands from the Royal Irish Regiment and the Royal Marines. We have also appeared on TV in programmes relating to Ulster Scots culture and also following rural families within the marching band scene of Northern Ireland. Our 2022 trip to the World War I battlefields of the Somme, delving into the history of the band, history of band members' relatives, and the spine-tingling emotion of performing at the historic Men in Gate ceremony. And I could not fail to mention the band winning the John Hannon Memorial Cup for Best Band on Parade in Scarva 3 times since its introduction in 2016. These are just a few mentions of what the band has achieved, and each member will have their own personal favourites and anecdotes. But now, as we embark on this significant anniversary year, we look forward to honouring the achievements of the past while strengthening our commitment to the cultural and musical life of our community. In the year ahead, we have some events planned which we really hope you will be able to join us at. This will include a gospel concert in Dunloy Church Hall on Friday the 27th of February, our 70th anniversary parade on the 25th of July 2026, which, as everyone probably knows, we don't advertise as the biggest parade of the year, but as the best, because of the sheer quality and variety of bands on parade. And during the lead up to our parade, we hope to have a performance or a few performances of a past members' band, potentially in Dunloy Orange Hall, which we are delighted to be working on renovating alongside our colleagues in the Dunloy Loyal Orders as part of Project 1896. The band will be returning to the Somme in August to continue our pilgrimage through the World War I battlefields, and then in October 2026, around the official anniversary of the band, we will be hosting a variety concert in the Parade Centre and a formal anniversary dinner in the Tullyglass Hotel. What the future will hold beyond this anniversary year for the Dunloy Accordion Band is hard to say, as I'm sure for anyone who was present at the last event we held here in Stormont around 18 years ago could never have imagined the events the band would go on to undertake since. We do know that we currently have a very healthy membership of 52 members, and for the first time in quite a while, we have a significant number of junior members who we are so excited to see develop and grow, and potentially in 20 years they'll be the ones welcoming us back here for our 90th anniversary. In closing, I would like to thank our friends and families who are here with us tonight, the husbands, wives, children, parents, neighbours and colleagues. You support us in everything we do, and our success would not be what it is without you all. Your presence at this official lunch is deeply valued and we mark this important chapter in the band's history. Now please sit back and enjoy Dunloy Accordion Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, what venue it is for us to go on with the performance meeting tonight, as Jamie has highlighted to. As much more retired and not retired, but a quieter retiring member of the band, I hold the microphone and I hold the speech like Jamie's, but I'll do my best to introduce our pieces. First thing we're going to start off with tonight is a lovely little sacred march. A friend who's been about bands for any number of years, certainly for the bands, dates well back over the years. And this is a little sacred march called Performance. So the next piece we're going to do is by a composer by David Souza, really famous composer, written lots of marches, mainly for part melody flute bands and some of our military bands play some of this stuff too. We're lucky over the years there's been real talent in the band who's taken that music and transposed that to be something really successful for us. This man to my right is the man who does it and has done it for the last 15 years for us. And the next march we're going to play is a great little toe-tapping march called The Lovebirds. It's really well known, and we do play this on the road, but when we slow it down, it just adds so much more effect to it. You will know this, but this is here is the the changing of the guard work in Belfast. You often hear this one played by some of those bands. But at Treated Boys now, we love to take them on and get it into our way of playing, and we think we can do it just as well, if not slightly better. And I will say this, it's almost actually, bands played this for every year that I've been in for nearly 20 years, and way back before that. It was actually one of the pieces that really really about is actually, it's really, really difficult when you look at it, but one of the absolute most brilliant pieces we played. Clap along, this is called Well. Next piece we're going to play is probably one of the most patriotic things we have in this country. We learned it for a couple of years ago when we took the trip and went across to the song, and just like our great guy Tom, who took us around there. Randomly, he was lucky enough to get out there. It was just a completely different experience. And playing this piece in '98 really brought a tear to our eye. We hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed playing it. I encourage you to make it free. Really, really well-known pieces. They're 4 pieces, 3 in 1, so it is, sorry, 2 in 1. Get a little the first one is, it's a long way to Tipperary, leading into Keep the Home Fires Burning. It's what we play at Tipperary, so please tap along. So for anyone who can remember back to the year 1970, or the year 1974, I'm going to get further away, that was operations and things like that. But back in those days, we didn't have Spotify, we didn't have Apple Music, we didn't have CDs, we probably didn't even have cassettes, but we had what was known as an LP. Who remembers back in those days? Their organization, doesn't it? But back in 1970 and 1974, the band released 2 LPs, and on those there was some great pieces. Back a number of years ago, I think it was maybe during COVID, only had all the free time in the world, we decided that some of those pieces were definitely so good that they were worth reviving, putting back onto the road as a bit of a look back to where we come from and our proud history. And what we have in the next piece is collection of hymns that we call March in the Church. So it starts off with complete hymn, move into Jesus Leads the Garden, and we finish off with the Banner of the Cross. So this is what our version of March in the Church. being warned, not to make any more intuitive comments here by a certain person sitting like that. But frankly, who follow us on social media, you'll know earlier this year we went back into a contest for Northern Ireland Band Association. And we put a piece in that back in the day. Some of our former members here tonight will have led this piece before, maybe not a concert, but actually actually on a competition that we used to run years and years ago for Rush. And with the band, I believe also won for numerous awards that day. This is another great march, arranged by Tommy and brought back by us at the start of the year for the contest, and now on the road called Hot Expert. a fitting venue in such a superb part of the country. I think we should make the band smile, because we don't smile on the road, we very smile in concerts, but they are all happening, they aren't really. But we've got more as well. Our final piece needs absolutely zero introduction. We played it length and breadth of the country. It's really well known, no matter whether it's this country or right across the United Kingdom or further afield. But this is where we want loads of audience participation. We've got a big acoustic roof in this building, so we want you to do the best in it. And our final piece is going to be one of the best pieces we play, and it's Dunloy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formal part of our evening, and we really hope you enjoyed our musical set. As bandmaster, it gives me great pride to be standing here tonight, and I would like to echo our chairman's opening remarks and say a huge thank you to you for joining us for what is the official launch of our 70th anniversary celebrations. Thank you again to Harry and Sharon for the invitation and the use of this magnificent building. Thank you for the support you show us on the streets and beyond. You are the people that continually encourage us on. And we hope to see even more of you in the year ahead, especially the celebrations Jamie referred to earlier. As we approach our anniversary year with excitement of what is to come, we also reflect on all those sadly no longer with us here today. To all those members that wore our uniform before us with pride and helped shape the band we are today, I know there are families with us tonight in the audience, and it's especially humbling to have you here with us. Finally, and maybe most importantly, I want to say a big thank you to the group in front of me, that is, our current band. To each and every member, thank you for the dedication you give to the band week in, week out, ensuring that the band continues to grow from strength to strength. Our membership is drawn from all over Northern Ireland, and it's nice to see family and friends from all of those 6 counties here tonight. This again is testament to the high regard we are held. I hope the band continues to flourish in the years ahead, and we uphold the high standard of music, marching and discipline on the road that we are renowned for. That will be our responsibility of the band here today as we shape the band for the next chapter. Hoping that our band, Dunloy Accordion Band, echoes through the streets of Northern Ireland for many, many years to come. And on this, our 70th anniversary, this is only the start. Folks, that's the end of formal proceedings here tonight. I would like to encourage you to now enjoy this building. The Senate chamber on the left-hand side, your right-hand side, and the Assembly on your left are open for viewing. There will be members of the Stormont staff if you have any questions within those rooms. If you'd like to ask them any questions, they'll happily answer. Folks, the band are then going to get some formal photographs taken on the stairs. But again, as I say, I encourage you to stay around and continue fellowship with each other, and we'll be able to socialise with you after those formal photographs. So all that's left to say is again, thank you, good night, God bless, and safe home. And can I, in closing, ask you to stand for the national anthem.